Guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, it's BTC Gambler here. Listen, I come to you at a point of absolute crisis. I mean, it's completely ironic. You know, literally last night I released a video called Don't Panic, which most of you won't have seen. Listen, I've hit something unbelievable, which is a minus 62 loss streak on the Dragon Tower strategy. And to be honest with you, I am shocked. I wonder whether stake onto me they've tweaked a few knobs or something, because I can tell you now I cannot recreate that. I'm still running Qbot here. You know, this has been running for 12 days. It's done 70 million bets, but I had run it prior to this as well for a much longer period and did 180 million bets, but I had to reboot my PC in between. So you could say this has done it in excess of 200 million bets in testing, and the worst I've seen is minus 60. There we go. I can't recreate that. Yeah, you know your enemy. You know your enemy. So I'm rethinking, re-strategizing. I just want to talk you through my thought process at this current stage. So the important thing is, again, is not to panic. I mean, this is not great. I mean, that's a hefty loss there. 62. The next bet is 26,000 TRX. I don't even have the funds there. You know, I eventually drained down all of the accounts, and yeah, just transferred all the money, and I have actually got some other funds where it's actually tips it across, and it's in accounts where the clients stop. So I'm going to reconcile where I am, but I'll tell you where I am just in terms of thinking. You know, chasing losses obviously is the gambler's nemesis, isn't it? You know, it's one of those things that say never ever chase your losses, and you know that rings true, you know, to a lot of things. And so I'm thinking that slightly different. So here's my I want to be free video, and I just want to just thinking, if I went, instead of chasing losses, if I went in big and hard, and with the expectation of failure, forgetting this whole idea of a recovery pot and chasing every single loss, what if I did something like the stage 2 only of the Infinity Code, where it's an aggressive form of delayed martingale, but it does get you to profit very quickly, but it has quite a high failure rate. I suppose for me to do now is really just to test this. So bear with me a sec. I'm going to modify the code. I'm going to get this all set up in Qbot, and I will bring you back. Okay guys, so you brought you back just middle of testing. Yeah, when it's looking for, on the 5th concurrent, if the loss streak is minus 6, the next bet would be 1/64 of the entire balance. You can see it's crashed here. But look, it's made 856 profit from 100 start. And it seems that you possibly could use recovery pot with this. So I could simulate a recovery pot here. Let's say that's 465. But it doesn't need to be a huge amount, I don't think. And it recovered. So yeah, it lends itself really well. This is going to be really interesting. I suppose this is going to come down to experimentation at the end of the day, but this looks very, very promising. It's a bit of me thinking, why haven't I done this before? You know, this is an extreme form of gambling. I mean, it's only hit 12 loss streak max. I mean, like, I've seen 31 actually before on a 50-50 loss chance. So, but if you're not chasing excessive losses, you know, if you're making that sort of profit per bot, I mean, that's massive, guys. It's crashed again. Let's see if we can recover it. 450, I say, if the recovery pot was that, so I need to put 400 on it. Yeah, it recovers quite well. Very, very interesting. Right. What I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get all accounts back, and I'm going to stop the client on this one here. I'm not giving up on this. I am going to get my bloody money back. So the next bet there is 26,171. I mean, that can literally sit there for months, and this is the beauty of gambling on a seed. You know, it won't go nowhere. It won't move on to the next bet unless I do something stupid. I'm going to bring all these accounts back, and the way I'm going to do that so they're not reported busted, I'm going to change the bust threshold in the client config to -1, so they never report a bust. And I'm going to restart the client on every one of them. And let me get that done and I'll bring you back. Right, I'm going to do some coding and I'll be back very soon. Okay guys, so yeah, I've written some code. And it's JFGFI. Short for just fucking go for it. So every 100 I'm going to vault 100 and the rest of it is just Alphaverse coding. I'm going to test this on one account. The way you're going to change it is I'm going to make modifications to the package.json file here. And so where it's got DiceBot here, currently it's set to Dragon Tower Martingale. So I'm going to change that to this. And that's on that first account. Now we should know, if I go back into the just go for it code straight away, because where it's got stage equals 2, that's here, that should change to 2. In fact, it's been coded to go red, so we should know, because red is risky. So if I reset this, for example, that should hopefully change to 2. But it's gone to stage 2. It does actually look correct. I'm just going to click play. So what I've got here, I've got 10 accounts. I've only set up one at the moment. Just going to run it in isolation, but I'm just going to reset this one at the moment. So I'm going to see how it would run with a 450 manual recovery pot. I have absolutely no idea this is going to go. Extremely risky. But let's fire this off. Still running Qbot, by the way. So I've been sort of simulating a bust. So I've been adding like an amount. And we're pretending it's got a recovery pot. I've had to go up to like 2,000 in a couple of instances, but look at the profit. It's just crazy. You can ignore the vaulted amount because obviously it's got no concept of recovery pot. But it does bust frequently. However, it's holding out strong. Right. Fingers crossed this one works. And I'll bring you back. Right, just bring you back, guys. So that did successfully auto vault. Wasn't watching actually, so I mean this has done amazingly well. This is actually real money gambling here. So it's made 218. Well, it's tripled or doubled its money in a very short period of time. I think it's time to bring in some more bots, I think. And I can automate it. So I can adjust the recovery of the pot hold. I'll change it to 450. Try to do some automation in this. Let me get this all set up, guys, and I'll bring you back. Okay, guys, so what I've done, I've set up the first 10 accounts. I've also made some adjustments to the code so it vaults every 30 profit. These is ready to go, so really all I'm going to do is just click on the first 10 and start these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And what I've done, I've just put 2 recovery pots. I have set a recovery pot of 450. Right, this isn't completely unknown territory. You know, I've got 2 recovery pots there. Set the recovery pot to 450. Experimentation with Qbot. You know, what I do here is I simulate 4,000 recovery pot. So I do have 4,000 sitting down in here. So I'm thinking at the moment it's first recovery pot 450, second recovery pot 4,000. That's the thinking at the moment. But let's see, I mean, like straight away with just 10 accounts within minutes, this is performing better than the entire 146 accounts running the old script. So what we'll do, time it for 10 minutes. Right, let's leave this running. Let's see what it looks like in 10 minutes and I'll bring you back. Just come out 10 minutes, guys. So let's get the spreadsheet ready. 10 minutes. 392. 392. I mean, you can see straight away. What's that? Is that right? 173,000. What? That's off the chart. Crazy. What? Right, we're going to pause it. They all made more than 30 TRX profit. That would have literally in 10 minutes would have made over 4,450 profit if there was one in. That is literally off the chart, guys. Like with just 10 bots, it's going to make $4,000 a day. I can't believe that. That is what? With 10 bots, it's going to take 1.7 hours to create a 4,000 recovery pot. I'm actually getting really excited now. This is like this probably is what Alphaverse were made for. Instead of going chasing every single loss, go gung ho. Expect to lose the occasional recovery pot. I mean, this is madness. Wow. Right, guys, I need to fix the code. I'm excited about this. Right, I need to look at it and I'll bring you back. Right, guys, I think I've solved it. So we should be able to test it. I should be able to send the vault to this account and it should automatically dump it in the vault on the next one, obviously. I've got a lot of work on my hands now. I'm going to try and bring in some more clients. So I've got funds. I'm going to keep 4,000 as a recovery pot. And then I'm going to bring in some more clients. Let's see if I can get that to 20. I'll bring you back. I've got a script actually to change everything over. Right, I'll bring you back. Right, guys, so I've brought in another 10 bots now. We're down to 20 now. So we've doubled the amount. I mean, it's just absolutely flying along. You know, by nature of just playing just with 10 actually, I managed to build another 450 recovery pot. And he started with 3, now I've got 2, and now I've got 3 already. Yeah, let's leave this time-lapsed with just 20. I mean, the profit's amazing. Yeah, I need to build up. So I've got 147 accounts. That's 146 accounts. That's 14,600 required just to put 100 balance in each of them. So I'm going to let these build in. And when I've sort of made profit, I will start adding more and more in until eventually I've got all of them in there. And then I think it's going to get really interesting. I'm working on the premise that 450 first recovery pot, and I've got a 4,000 recovery pot down here should I need it. Let's see how it pans out. Let's leave this one in. Actually, I am curious. I'm going to reset everything. I'm going to reset the timer and reset the profit. Okay. Yeah, I'm curious to see what it's going to be. Right, I'll leave this to time lapse and I'll bring you back. Right. Oh, that got a bit ropey there, guys. So I had to bring the 4,000 into play, which I'm going to take back out again here. Put it in here. Yeah, it's been running for 21 minutes. It's made a decent amount. Busts very frequently. I had to use the 4,000 recovery pot a couple of times, to be honest with you. Well, actually 3 times in a short period of time, and then even the 4,000 wasn't quite enough, so I'm going to have to rethink this. I had to put in a few more. I managed to recoup from the profits from all the others, but we're up to 10,000 really quickly. Within 22 minutes we made 140 profit. Yeah, that was a bit chaotic, so I'm going to just watch it for a bit more. It is past my bedtime. It's 1:30 in the morning. I really need to go to bed. I don't feel confident enough to leave this running overnight, but I'm gonna let it run for a little while longer. If I can build up some profits, I can bring in some more accounts to play. So I've got to show up my defences is probably the key word at the moment. Well, you can imagine this, guys. Imagine if I can get all 145 accounts. I should hopefully build up enough profit to have another stab at trying to get my money back on that dead account, which is up here. But that's a big bet. It's like 23,000 TRX, but I believe it's a minus 60. I can't see it going minus 63. Right. Don't want to get too excited. It does go chaotic, and even with just 20 accounts, I needed more than 4,000, so it's one that comes with a lot of risk. Right, I'll keep you updated and I'll be back soon. Okay guys, after many hours and a lot of testing, I've come to the conclusion that what I was running, I did exceptionally well, but I got extremely lucky. I've got the balance up to 29,000 from what, 7,000 or something in a really short period of time, but it really was gambling on the extremes. So the balance there is 29,000. So what I have done, I subsequently changed it, and so instead of having 100 start balance, I've changed it to 10 start balance, and it vaults at 20. So the code has changed. What I have got is I've got 25,000. I've got 4 recovery pots. 1, 2, 3, 4 recovery pots, 450. What I am going to do, I'm just going to dump this vault over to my main Mr. BTC Gambler account. Still got that one rogue account there. I have actually made enough funds to have another stab at that, but I'm not touching it for the moment. That can just sit there. In fact, I might wait until the monthly comes out, because that will pay out a healthy bonus on the monthly, because it thinks I've made a heavy loss, but I am going to get it back. I suspect this is going to go absolutely hectic on the bus. I'm going to kick this off. So let me see how crazy this gets. And what I do, I'll bring you back in 10 minutes and we can start crunching numbers after 10 minutes as usual. Right. That was crazy, guys. So I've crunched the numbers now. So 752 TRX profit in 10 minutes. I kind of lost words. So, and also it wagered 20,882. Going to wager 125,000 in an hour and 3 million TRX in a day wagering, and 21 million for the week. Means for the week it's wagered 1.63 million. So if we take that number and divide it by the number of bots in play, that's 11 tickets in the entry. I was struggling to get above 1,000. That's going to make the weekly really interesting. It is crazy playing this though. I mean, like, my target is I've got to get to at least 40,000 profit so that I can add 10 4,000 recovery pots, because it is unplayable. You couldn't leave this unattended. Yeah, but I actually ended up having 3 double crashes. Well, I know my target. Right, I'm going to keep you posted. I mean, this is potentially really exciting. If I don't sound excited, I'm sorry, but this is very exciting. But the reason I'm not excited, because this is very manual labour intensive at the moment. I won't feel happy till that reaches 40,000 up there, and I can put 10 4,000 recovery pots in there. So it's gone crazy already. Right, I'm going to leave this running for a little while, and I will bring you back later with an update. Hi guys, right. It's been over 5 hours since I last done an update, and Alphaverse has been down pretty much most of that time. This is just unusable. Yes, I've made profit, but it was really painful because it can't cope. At one point I had over 50 bots crashed, and it just completely seized up Alphaverse. I managed to recover every single account successfully, but it was a very painful and slow and long-winded process. It got me thinking, and you're going to maybe get some of the inner thinkings of BTC Gambler. How does my mind actually work? So I had a couple of ideas floating around in my head. So the problem with this script is the fact that it doesn't matter how much balance you've got in your balance, it's always going to crash at minus 11, and because at the 6th bet, it's 1/64th of your balance. That's what a delayed martingale is. It's basically betting nothing. It's betting the smallest amount, and then it goes in heavy after the 5th loss. It sets the next bet to be 1/64th of your balance, and therein lies the problem. It doesn't matter if you've got $100 or 100 TRX or 1,000 TRX or 10 TRX or 1 TRX, it will always crash at 11. And on a 50-50 win chance, that comes in very frequently. I did set it up with an automatic recovery pot of 450 TRX, but that was nowhere near enough. In fact, it crashed so frequently that the first recovery pot couldn't really even come into play, because it just seized up all of Alphaverse. It's just queued up with so many You know, even with 10 recovery pots, it just simply wasn't enough. So I've been thinking about two different things. One is if I bring this spreadsheet over, if I, instead of having a 10 start balance, I changed it, I doubled it, and I went to 20 start balance, but then changed the divider, instead of being 1/64th of the balance, I changed it to 128th of the balance. And if you look at that, if we did it on 10 and it's 1/64th, it's the next bit would be 0.1562, but if we did it on 20 and did it 1/28th, it's exactly the same amount. So the bet stays the same, but it does push it out a point. And if we also went just one little bit further, instead of saying changing a 6 bit, changing a 7 bit, that actually gives me, it pushes out the crash point right out to, well, crash at -14, and that's going to crash less frequently. And so then if I add in, and here's where we call in the first recovery pot, which we still keep at 450. So we had the first recovery pot, that would take us up to -17, crash at -18, which was a lot better than what it was before. And then we had the secondary recovery pot of 4,000. It pushes us out to -21 as the crash point. So that's really what we're looking at here. So what did that compare to before? So as you can see, it would have crashed at it crashes at -11, and then we have the secondary recovery pot here. So basically it's bought us 3 more spaces really. Whether that's going to make a huge amount of difference, I don't really know. But one of the things I'm trying to reduce is the frequency of crashing. Okay guys, I'm back. I've done it. Didn't take too long actually. I've got everything down to a really fine art here. My setup is pretty neat, so I can whiz through these things. I'm pretty good at scripting as well. So right, need a keen eye because I've changed them all to version 2.2 now. There's a new version of it. I have tested it in isolation on one account, and yeah, all seems to be good. Now the question is this going to hold up? You know, that's the question, isn't it? That is the killer question. So how frequently is this one going to bust? I don't know how many recovery pots I've got, so I've got all over the place at the moment because I changed it from 450 to 350. I might have to, there's a few there. I'm not too worried. Let's see how things pan out. I'm very keen to kick this off. Reset the timer. You know, what impact is this going to have on the profit? Because we're basically taking 1/128th of the balance. Well, first crash already. -12. It should. And another one. It's not a promising start. It seems like -12 is just as frequent as -11, and another one. I do want to see a recovery. Some coming. Cavalry's on the way. Problem you got with when you've got 2FA, there can be a long delay between requesting a recovery pot and when it actually sends it. There used to be a time where you didn't need to use the 2FA code to chat tip. It was instantaneous with them. I'll keep an eye on this and I'll bring you back. Right guys, just coming up to 10 minutes. So, well, it's gone past 10 minutes. So let's bring out the profit calculator. We still got a couple of bust accounts there, but it's still amazing. It's slightly less. I think it was 595, wasn't it, roughly? And the wager amount would have been, what's that, 6,000, say 6,700. Which is to be expected. That's still good. That's still, if we can maintain this. It has actually kind of maintained itself. I did get 2 double crashes. I think when the balance gets big enough, I will combine, you know, both the first and the second recovery pot into one. So that would be, instead of having, yeah, I'd have a recovery pot of, what's that, 2,560. So we'd have 10 of those. You know, probably could do that with the funds I've got now. So I let it build up, and yeah, I keep it running. It's been running 12 minutes now, so it's kind of coping. It's a lot better. It's not perfect, but it is definitely better. Right, I will bring you back with an update. Right, guys, I'm back. Yeah, look at the screen. What the fuck? That didn't work. That did not work. All these reds here is basically where the VPN's broken or the client stopped. I've left it like this for hours. I don't know what I was thinking, guys. I do not know what I was thinking. You know, the classic engineering saying is something's not broken, don't fix it. You've got to have faith. You know, at the end of the day, and I did a video before this, which was very private. It's called Don't Panic. And I can tell you now, the only time that I have lost on Alphaverse is where I have bowed out. If I had kept going, I would have always won. Okay, just gonna make that one statement. Even at time when I hit a -32 and a 49.5% win chance, I checked the next bet fucking won, didn't it? If I'd have gone on, I had the money to do it. It's just fear, uncertainty and doubt is the thing. FUD is the thing that will let you down. You got to have faith. So I have actually got enough funds to actually attempt another bet where we've got the -62 on Dragon Tower. Okay, I'm just thinking aloud about Dragon Tower now. You know, reason why I believe Dragon Tower is best suited for Alphaverse is the simple fact that it's a very tight remit of the game. You know, I'm playing it on master mode, where you got a 1 in 4 chance of winning, and you have to pick an egg under one of the 4 columns. So, and I don't change position; I choose just the same one. So it's a really tight remit for the game. So, like, if we look at the spreadsheet here, I'm playing 1 row on master mode. There's a 1 in 4 chance that pays out 3.92 in every go. But if I could bring that down even more. If I played it on hard mode, it's a 50-50 win chance. There's literally 2 columns. So I think this is better suited. Picking one number, it's not quite 2x. If you see, the house edge is built into the payout, not into the stake, which is pure. Yeah, it is 50-50 chance. So I've got Cubot running and I'm testing it, and I'm testing the limits. I've literally put 1 million TRX in, well, for 10 million TRX. I'm betting at the lowest possible amount just to test the extremes. So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to let fear and uncertainty and doubt get the better of me. I'm going to drain down all these accounts, revive the other account, and I'm going to come back in camera and click play, and I'm hoping I'm going to win the next bet. That should pay out over 100,000 TRX, and that will allow me to continue my journey and put that one down to, okay, a lesson learned. Expectation, you can't win every single time, so but overall I'm in huge profit on that. Even if that completely crashes out, I have cashed out a sizable amount of money, so I shouldn't be disheartened. And I don't know why I took myself out of this. You know, I'm my own worst enemy at times. You know, playing at a 49.5% win chance on a delayed martingale and hitting a -21 is so bloody obvious. It was fucking stupid. I don't know what I was thinking. Seriously, guys, you know, I have hit -31 on here. That was bad to happen. It was a dumb idea. I've tested it, got it out of my system, and now I move on and go back to something that I know works. Yeah, which is Dragon Tower. I hear stories from people that have made loads of money from my Dragon Tower strategy, and I'm nothing but happy for them. Great on you. So I'm just doing this on a minuscule scale per bot, but on a humongous scale using Alphaverse, and de-risking myself by throwing back almost impossible odds back at the casino, but you can't win every time. So providing you drain down frequently, providing you take a profit frequently, all good. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pause things here. I'm not going to be pessimistic about this. I'm just going to pause things, and I'm going to wait for the monthly to come out, because according to the monthly, I've got 2 accounts there that made a decent loss. So that should pay out a decent bonus amount, and I'm going to take that. Take every ounce of freebie that the casino throws at you, because it's amazing how much they do give you. Weeklies, monthly, post-monthly, rake back, they all add up, okay? And individually they don't seem like much, but when you collectively they add up. When you've got 146 accounts, there's 145 in play at the moment, but when you've got 146 accounts, it works out to be a tidy sum, and it's well worth it. So the next time you hear from me would be post-monthly. It'll all be drained down and all the money be put in that one account, and I'm going to click play, and that's going to win that bet. And then I'm going to rebuild it, but go back. And I'll be undecided whether I'm going to put it on hard mode, as I've got it in Dragon Tail Chasing 1, or go back to using Master Mode, which is 1 in 4 chance. This is a 1 in 2 chance. I think this is even better than the Master Mode one, because it gives the casino less chance. There will be a hard limit on the maximum, before it. I don't know where that would be. I suspect it's going to be 20, maximum 25. I can't even see it going beyond that. But certainly, I'd be shocked if this goes above 22. But I'm just going to leave this running for the next few days, and I'll update you. Once monthly comes out, and I'll speak to you all again very soon. Hey guys, I'm back. Just a very quick one. While I'm waiting for the monthly to come along, I decided to just test Dragon Tower on hard mode, 50-50 win chance, and used delayed martingale on it. I'll show you what I have done. So I've taken the principles of both dice and the delayed martingale and applied it to Dragon Tower. Still using the basic maths that I've stated here, that it seems to be hold out very true. If you want to maintain that 6 bet at that amount but increase the start balance, you can really push back out where the crash point is without really increasing your risk. So I've gone to the extreme here, and I've said if I had a start balance of 32, bear in mind it was just 1 to begin with, and put a divider at 2048, it maintains that exact, and that really pushes out where the first crash comes from. So if we are not even bothering with a second recovery pot, so if we see here, this is the point where I've sorted it out. So on a 6 bet, we said taking a base bet of and divided by 2048, which pushes out the crash point. It would have been -11, but now right up to -15. And then we add in the second recovery pot, and I've calculated that to be we only need 1,250 to protect up to 21, and that's what I'm going to go with. So Qbot, let me just check it, has actually hit 21 once, so that's after 5 million bets and 18 hours running, so the possibility it could go beyond that. But I'm doing this just to test it really, rather than ever sitting there doing nothing. And it is making some money. It's making about 44 TRX every 10 minutes, which basically means it's making 264 TRX an hour, and so in monetary terms that is making $20.49. So it's making, it's not bad, guys, for much less risk. 491, just shy of 500. Might stick with this because the recovery pot is tiny. I've only got 4 recovery pots in play. I don't see any reason to increase that. They're only 1,250. So if we just double check, and if that did go beyond that, and I'd be very, very shocked if it does hit 22, but it's possible. The next bet, is 1,309. So yeah, it's worth going for it. Anyway, I will keep you posted and updated, and I thought we'd just update you with that. combining delayed martingale with Dragon Tower on hard mode on 50/50 seems like a really sensible move, but we won't know. I'll keep you posted. Speak to you soon. Okay guys, I'm back. Just a very quick update. It's going okay, given the fact that, you know, I started off with just 7,000, and I'm just going to bring in that one crash bot so you can see exactly where I am with the balance wise. 37,000 guys. So, I mean, that's some comeback, isn't it? That's some comeback. I don't actually want that one in play because I quite like the idea. That's got, how much has it got in it? 20, just shy of 22,000. Now I'm going to take that back out because that's been handy. That has been handy. I've needed that money on a couple of occasions. I'll show you why in a minute. So, as predicted, monthly came out today. My second prediction for today is that Judge Torres is going to release a verdict on the outcome of the XRP lawsuit. I really hope that happens because, yeah, anyway, that's been ongoing for far too long. Anyway, just not distract from that. So, running this now for nearly a day. Yes, seems to be much safer. Well, I thought it was anyway. I said I'd be very surprised if the went over minus 22, and there we go. We got a minus 22, and we got a minus 24. You know, it's an oddity because I cannot. Well, actually, that's not quite true. So I've got Qbot running, and I stopped it and started it on. This is my third start again because I was curious to know what it would look like if I switched every single bet. We're not flip flop, but just randomly choose between one or two. And yeah, I didn't see a loss streak of that, but what I did see, I see a win streak of 24. So it doesn't matter whether it's a win streak or a loss streak. You know, that tells you that it's a possibility to have a streak one way or the other. So it's not surprising, really. So 21 seems to be far more common than you realise. I have actually got lots of 21s. Some of them I've reset. Yeah, unfortunately, I restarted the dice bot, so I didn't see them. But I have had lots of 21s. Now, in this current setup, it does actually stop on 21, so it's not ideal. So what I am planning to do is I've got, obviously my next plan of action is in place, is still this whole idea of delayed martingale applied against a Dragon Tower strategy can work out really well. Yeah, and as I said before, looking at the maths, you know, taking this to the extreme, you know, if I can go even further here, and I have gone even further. I've gone to 64. I'm looking at what it would look like if it was 64 on 4,096 times divide and multiply it on the 6 bet. It still works out to be exactly the same bet amount. This is the beauty of maths. Excel is your best of friends, guys. I don't need to do much because simply rather than me say a divider, I could say the 6 bet is that amount, and which is what I've done. And then I can apply whatever start balance that I want to it. And if I said my start balance is 76, which is here where I want to get to on each account, it gets very interesting because when you look at the validity checker, the crash point now goes right out to minus 17, minus 18. Okay, that's a big improvement. It used to be minus 11. And so that brings along a whole level of stability where crashes are very infrequent. And then I've increased, and you can see I've got no wastage here because that's the balance at the end of it. And you can see when we go back into the validity checker, yeah, it can go up to 114. So I'm vaulting 50% of the profit. So it can go up to 114. Remember, Excel is your best friend, guys. Use it. Use this spreadsheet because it makes your life so much easier. This is the Dragon Tower V5 spreadsheet, but really should call it something else because it's not just for Dragon Tower. It can be used for anything. And as you can see, on 144, that would take me, it's still the same amount, but we've got 38 remaining in the balance. So what became critical here is calculating out the crash point, which is kind of ready to go. I said that 23, I need to double check. Anyway, I used this to calculate the crash point. When I'm ready to switch over, I will calculate what that will be. And I'll probably do that with you so that you get used to doing this yourself. And then I've increased the recovery pot size. So we put that back to 76. And I've increased the recovery pot size to 2,600. So to simulate the recovery pot, I just say on the one before the crash, I add the recovery pot because it would have detected a bust at that stage. And as you can see, that's going to take me to minus 22. So, and that will pretty much cover most of all your running. Knowing that I've got a further 20 odd thousand in my back pocket, should I need it, call upon. And I quite like having that. 20, 1, 2, 3, and as you can see, that's going to take me to minus 25, which gives me like peace of mind. I'm not going to collect the monthly yet because I want to show you how much monthly pays out. I'm not going to drain down yet. So what I need to do, I've calculated out that if I have a start balance of 76 and on 145 accounts, that means I need 11,020 TRX start funds just for the balance. And because it's going to crash so infrequently, I think I can get away with just 2 recovery pots. And because that is 2,600, that means 5,200, which means I need 16,220 in total to start it. And I'm so close that if I can naturally get there, I'm going to do that. Oh, and I did make another change because the martingale is slightly under martingaling. You don't notice it on 15, 16, 17 losses, but when you get 24, 22, it's making quite a heavy loss. So I've increased the base bet multiplier to 103.4%. So that's gone into the calculation here as well. So hopefully that will resolve that issue. We don't want to be you never want to be in a negative scenario. I mean, it's bad to over martingale, but it's even worse to under martingale, because what can happen is the recovery pot goes through, and then when it deposits what's remaining back into the balance, it's not quite a recovery pot, and that becomes an issue. So anyway, that's a brief update where we are now. I got loads to do today. It's my daughter's, not a birthday, but they've got a picnic at our school. Yeah, she goes to a nice girls only sort of posh school, and at first she didn't want us going, so me and her mum are going there for a picnic. So, and I am going to the data centre this morning, so this is probably going to sit, unattended pretty much most of the day, and then I will come back later this afternoon. Then that should be in a position where I should be able to convert that to where I want it to be, because that should have made the required funds, which is 16,220. I can convert that over, and while I'm going to convert it all over anyway, I'm going to be starting off and resetting the profit anyway, so that is the prime time for me to say how much money have I made from the monthly bonus. Very brief update. I will catch up with you all again later. Okay, guys and girls, I've reached the desired target to move to the next level where I wanted to be. I needed to get to 16,220, I'm at 16,269. So I'm ready to change everything. I'm pretty much ready, locked and ready to go. So now I know what that figure is. I'm going to reset the timer so you know how long it takes me, and I will bring you back. Okay, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, that's done. That took, it says 2 hours there, but it wasn't quite 2 hours. It took me an hour, just over an hour to collect the monthly. So yeah, and made 27,000 TRX, 27,684, or 2,165. So it was well worth collecting. That was that's a good hourly rate. I'm just showing you the potential, and this is one of the reasons why if I'm on Alphaverse, I will always have my accounts at a minimum of bronze VIP. I try to get them up as much as I can. Anything sort of close towards 85% of the next target is worth going for, because the bonus that you get when you do upgrade is usually at the very least the same amount, or if not more, than what it would cost you to upgrade it. And you can do that using dice at 99% win chance, or you can do that using Baccarat, and Baccarat is my preferred method of doing that. So I definitely have enough now in every single account to basically start the next level. So what I need to do now, the first thing I need to do is I need to update the server recovery pot size. So I'm going to do that now, and I'll bring you back. Right, I've just updated the recovery pot size to 2600, and I'm going to restart the server now. Rightio. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to restart all the dice pots, and I'm going to shift all of the vault funds into one account. Let me get all that done, and then we'll be ready to kick off, and I'll speak to you soon. Right, girls, ladies and gentlemen, finally there. It's been a lot of work. Every account's at 76, everything's been drained down. I said we only need 2 recovery pots on there, so just assuming that at the moment. So hopefully when I click play on these, they will still be recovery pots. Yeah. So we've got 2 recovery pots in play. I do not expect this to crash too frequently. And just so you know, with regards to that other account, I mean, we've done amazingly well. We come from 7,000 TRX to 65,000 now. This account has got a whopping 49,000 in it now. So I'm going to keep that there. I'm still not going to do nothing with it, because I know we just got the monthly, but today is Thursday and Saturday is the weekly. And I think it's weekly is pretty much based around your, how much you lost. So I'm going to absolutely milk that for what it is. So we won't know the outcome of the result of that until Saturday. But that gives me plenty of time, because it gives me time so I can show you how well this runs. So when this disappears, I will click play, and then I will time it for 10 minutes, and I will bring you back. So this is the new strategy, version 8. Okay, wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck. I'm going to click play. I'm going to reset the profit, reset the timer, leave this running, and I'll bring you back in 10 minutes and we do some number crunching. Right, guys, 10 minutes are up. We had one bust. I'd say Alphaverse was very slow at responding. Oh, that's still in a negative scenario. See what I mean earlier? When you got a really tight remit. Oh, it must be so close. Well, that's something I'm going to have to look at. I'll keep it running now, because it will sort itself out in time, but at the moment that doesn't think it's a recovery pot. I can fix that. Okay, it's like a little bit of faffing around, but I got 2 recovery pots back. I'm going to leave this running. We didn't look at the numbers, about 40 TRX profit, so it's not great. It's not, it's money, isn't it? So you have to think of this as, this is not a. It's not a race, guys. It's a marathon. It's still making $450 a day. But this is so much safer. I feel like I can. Like I said, I don't even need 4 recovery pots. Also, I've got this issue right at the very beginning, right when you just start. I haven't quite got the multiplier right, which is very frustrating. I will leave this one in and I will update you. Yeah, I'll come back with any news and any updates. I'll be back. This video won't end. The end of this video will be when I've taken that risk. And I wanted to show you one other thing before I went, actually. So when working out all the maths and probabilities and everything, I sat down and did a tally chart on the maximum loss tally over 145 counts, over 30 million bits of data. So I created a matrix up here, a tally of every account and what the maximum loss streak was, and from that I was able to chart it. And that chart tells me, you can see that a large proportion, 15, 16 losses in a row, are very, very common. Then it gets more and more declined. It peaked up a little bit at 22, nothing at 23, and 1 at 24. So there you go. That's what we're dealing with, and that's all the maths is based around that data. Right, that is it. Enough of me waffling on for the day. I've done a number of private videos alongside this videos as well, so I've been at this for many hours, and I will speak to you all again very soon. Hi guys, just a very quick update. I went out for a number of hours and I came back and I had loads of crash bots. Nothing actually crashed, but I realised I made a fundamental mistake in the calculation, so I thought I'd bring you back just to update you. So I had it like this. I added 103.4% on every loss, and when I looked through the validity checker, it all looked good. Okay, so what this does here, this checks out what the win payout is against the accumulated bet to make sure that you're always in positive. And I noticed as I was playing it, long streaks were falling short. So, and I noticed that, and I think it's version 7, then I made changes to version 8, and I thought I'd fixed it, and version 8 was still broken. And I started to thought about this, and I realised actually I think I know what I've done wrong. And what I've done wrong is the win payout is not 2x. If you look at the odds and house edge calculator on hard mode, which is what we got it on, it pays at 1.96. So in order to be, we needed to add 104.2 to maintain the green. So for example, if I put that to 104.1, you see we're making a loss, and that was problematic. When the bot crashed, yeah, it recovered, and then it deposited what was in the balance minus what's in the bust threshold, or the recovery threshold, sorry, and then that was just short of being a recovery pot, and so the system didn't pick it up and they thought we had no recovery pots. So I have changed it all. I've gone through the process, and I thought I'd just bring you back before I kick it off, because what I want to do is I want to reset the profit, because I want to see if I can better that number we got earlier. So before I do that, I'm just going to make changes to the server. Be 1 second. Okay, just one final thing before I do go out. Because I increased the multiplier against each bet, it did actually drop down a position, and I wanted to maintain a minus 22 loss streak. So I also had to increase the start balance from 76 to 80, and I had to increase the recovery pot from 2,600 to 2,750. So yeah, so here it crashed and it would call the recovery pot. The recovery pot's 2,750, and that should take it to minus 22, which it does do, which is perfect. Yep. Okay. So all those changes have been made, so I'm going to restart the server. Now it will think that there's no recovery pots, because none of them be at 2,750. I've got one there. So I'm going to have to tip 150 and 150. So I'm going to tip those across and I'll be right back. Okay, I've done that. I've tipped across, so we should better just start this. What I'm going to do, I'm going to reset the profit, reset the timer. Those two recovery pots should be there. There's one. Where's the other one? There it is. There's two there. Okay, if you're interested, the code is here. That's been changed. So now version 9. So I'm using this stage as a version, to be honest. And then I've changed the multiplier here, so that, believe it or not, equates to 104.2. It's just the way that JavaScript does odd things with floating point numbers when you try to apply a multiplier on a 8 decimal place number on a floating point, 8 to 8 decimal places. JavaScript seems to have an issue with that. Anyway, so that makes it exactly right. I have verified it to the 8th decimal places against the numbers in Excel. They match for exactly identical, so I know that multiplier is actually correct. And I also reduced the range, so back to save, the balance will be between 80 and 100. So as soon as the balance is over 100, and that also meant I had to change the bus threshold, which is where it detects a bus. Anyway, we're running now, and I will bring you back in 10 minutes and we'll look at the numbers. I'm hoping this is going to be much better. Hey guys, I'm back. Apologies, I got very distracted there. I just got the news that the XRP have won their court case. I'm like, yes, come on. I did say, make my day today if the lawsuit was settled. Fuck me, it has. XRP's mooning right now, and it's super exciting. I've got a decent bag here, so I can adjust the numbers here so we can look at the figures here. So that would have been 669, 669, 669. I can reverse engineer those back, and that is 14,038. 14,038. So I'll apply these numbers here now. 44.6 wagering on 10 minutes and 935 and up 935. So what this has impacted is, yeah, we're back at a healthy daily rate of $523 profit a day. Yeah, just thought I'd bring you back with that great news. And yeah, my next great news will be to get a really healthy bonus on Saturday for the that heavy lost account, and then I'd click that button next, and my next bet wins. That would top it all off for me, guys. So brilliant news all round. I'm very happy. This is very stable. Yeah, as you can see, 2 hours and 2.5 hours running. Number of busts, been hardly any. There's one there, and the maths works out perfectly. The recovery pots, it does fully recover. Well, I'll leave this running and I will bring you up a more meaningful update at a later stage. But come on, XRP army, show me that X. Right, I'll speak to you soon. Okay, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, Speedy Gambler back here. Listen, it's crunch time. It's crunch time. It's one account up here you can't see. This is the one that's got a minus 62 loss on it. You know, I'm not going to lie, I'm very, very nervous right now. I'm in quite a comfortable position. However, you've got to be brave. You've got to go for it. You know, my last video was don't panic. I'm saying don't panic now. Okay, so I'm going to attempt to recover it. I'm going to give myself the best possible chance I can. I'm going to reset every single dice pot. I'm going to withdraw whatever's in everybody's vault down to one account, and I'm going to throw every single last TRX I've got at that account. And then you wish me luck, okay? You wish me luck, because I am absolutely fucking shitting myself. It's going to be a lot of money at risk here. I've been putting it off as long as I can. I've taken every possible bonus that is available to me. I've taken the weeklies. I had a number of accounts where I had daily reload for 5 days from the monthly. I've taken all of those. Okay. And yeah, I'm ready to go. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drain everything down, put it all to one account, and then I'm going to bring you back. Okay guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, I have drained down every account and I put all of the vaults into one account. So I'm just going to click play on that for a second because I want that to go to the vault. And what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to this one account up here. I'm going to tip that vault to that account. There is funds in there already. Let me do that and I'll bring you back. Right, I've tipped that across, guys, so I'm going to bring that account back into play. Right, let's find it. There it is. There it fucking is. I think I've given myself the best possible chance by collecting as much as I possibly can. Now let's remind ourselves where we were. 6 days ago I started this video in complete despair. Here, this is where we were. I was right down to 7,000 TRX balance of $570. I've done amazingly well. Got it to 92,000 TRX with a 7,000. It's all of me. It's all hinging off me kicking play here. I am not going to lie to you, I am absolutely fucking shitting myself. Alright, before I do that, I'm just going to open that account, and there's no rush, guys, there's no rush. I'm just going to open that account up ready so I can see what's happening. I'll be right back. Okay, the time has come. Guys, wish me luck, please. This needs to hit. Okay. In the video, I didn't know the day that the monthly was going out, and I predicted the day the monthly came out, and I was exactly right. In this video, I predicted that Judge Torres would make a decision on the XRP case, and I was correct in that too. And in this video, I said I will click play and it will win. Hope I get 3 times in a row lucky. Wish me luck, guys. There is literally no going back now. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, fucking holy fucking shit! What? I can't believe it. Fucking hell! It went to 63 as well. My gosh! Listen, Sean. Guys, I'm going to show you what that fucking means, okay? Oh, my God. Right. Look at the balance now. We went from $7,000 to 168,000. I have not lost a penny. You gotta have faith, guys. 63, that is unbelievable. Let's see if I can locate that bear. Oh, what a fucking relief. I'm clicking the wrong buttons. I need to go transactions. Bets. Is that the one? No. There we go. Wow. That paid out 137,000 TRX. Let's show that in monetary terms. Oh, fuck. Paid out 11,000. I am screenshotting that. That's going on Twitter. That's going. Oh. I can relax. I can relax. What a week. What a fucking week. I can't believe, right, that's I can believe it, guys. I knew it was going to happen, but I tell you what, this is not for the fucking faint-hearted. This is gambling on the extreme. Okay, I'd be very relieved to withdraw pretty much most of that. Listen, guys, I'm going to change that account, and I'm going to bring this into this new strategy because it's a lot safer than that one. And then, yeah, I would start again. I would keep you posted with how I'm going with this strategy. But, guys, girls, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed that. Because if you need a bit of adrenaline in your life, this is it. This is it. It's like I'm really pumped up now. I think to top it off, I may even go have a couple of cups of coffee or something just to pump up the adrenaline even more. Wow. Fucking hell. Right, good end it there, guys. I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll speak to you all again very, very soon.